Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Thank you everyone that submitted questions for this week's Korra Q&A. I know it was only a clip show, but I still wanted to do my regular videos no matter what. And thank you everyone for all the great suggestions for other anime series to check out. As we start to wind down on Avatar, depending on what they announce in terms of comics and stuff, I'll whittle it down to a couple new series and you guys can vote on which one you want to talk about the most. Whenever I'm picking stuff to do videos for, I always try to find stuff that people want to talk about. There's tons of interesting stuff, but there's always going to be a couple things that people just enjoy talking about more. Speaking of which, on to questions, so let's go. Careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet. Question number 1, Anik asks, will Korra strip Kuvira of her bending a la Sozin's Comet Avatar Aang? I'm actually expecting it to be more about forgiveness. I don't think that she's going to take anything away from her. I think it'll be like hugs, pie show, and forgiveness. The only reason I don't think that there's going to be some big battle between Korra and Kuvira at the end is that Bryke said that it's not going to be something that depends on her ability to bend, like her bending ability. It's not going to be a contest. I feel like if they were going to do a Sozin's Comet type thing, they would have done it during the book 3 finale with Sahir. Like, she would have taken his bending away then, if she hadn't gotten TKO'd so bad. Question number 2, Wing Zero asks, do you think that Mako would stay with Wu after book 4 ends as the Earth King's head of security? I think there are a couple possibilities with Mako. He could either try to rejoin the police force in Republic City, which I don't think that Lin's gonna let him, or he would go with Wu. If he does end up going with Wu, I think he'd be more of an advisor, less of a security chief. Somewhere between what Lin Beifong does for President Raiko and a personal advisor. Question number 3, Space Gypsy asks, do you think when Legend of Korra goes over to the comics, we'll get to see some fun, exciting side backstories? I'm curious to see how Korra Mitnaga, being basically locked up most of her life in that Avatar training camp. They haven't technically announced any Korra comics, although I'm expecting them to do it at some point, at least in a small way, and I think that, yeah, that's totally possible. When Bryke said that they were finishing up Legend of Korra Book 4, the final TV episodes, they did say there would be some small things coming along the way. They didn't say what those were. They could be digital shorts, they could be comics. They made it sound like it was a video type thing though. It's most likely that they would just do a Q&A where they answer those questions and then a fan animates them. Someone does some fan art that fills in the gaps. For the most part, unless it's going to spoil some future episode, which won't be the case, they're usually open to answering questions like that. They're really good about it. Also, don't forget that they will continue to go to Comic-Con, so you can actually meet them if they're there promoting something else and ask them questions like that. Question number 4, Avatar Aang asks, do you think that Toph Melon Lord will fight Kuvira in the next episode? And if she does, do you think that she'll use Sue and Sue's children as leverage to keep Toph from destroying her? I'm really hoping that Toph has some sort of confrontation with Kuvira. I don't think it's going to go down the way we think it is. I do think that Toph is going to try and stop her from chopping down the banyan tree, or continuing to chop it down. The other option is that Toph goes straight for Sue and her family and tries to rescue them, and doesn't deal with Kuvira inside the swamp. Question number 5, Jack asks, any theories on the moving spirit vines in the preview of the next episode? So yeah, you're talking about this right here. It looks like the spirit vines are going to retaliate for what Kuvira is doing in the swamp. It's implied that the root system for everything is connected. The clip makes it seem like they're attacking, but really I think it's a defensive move. So far we haven't really seen the spirit world react to what Kuvira is doing. Question number 6, Index asks, will you ever review any Japanese anime like Tokyo Ghoul, Terraforma, or Naruto? I'm totally open to any kind of anime. I'll make my decision as we slowly wind down on Avatar though, so don't worry, plenty of time to suggest things. Question number 7, Superloaded Girl asks, since we got no update on Kuvira in this episode, what do you think she was doing during the events of the episode? Do you think she's still harvesting spirit vines, or is she doing something else? I think she's just continuing to chop down the swamp tree by tree. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of time passed, even though we visited all the people on Team Korra. It only seems like it was half a day at most. There's no way that Kuvira could chop down the entire banyan grove tree in that time. I don't know which way Bryke went with it, but I'm really hoping that Bryke did not let Kuvira chop down the entire banyan grove tree. That would be as bad as watching Toph die. It'd just be so depressing. Question number 8, Caitlin asks, do you think that the fight between Korra and Kuvira at Zaofu was the last physical battle that they'll have this season, or will they have a similar Korra versus Zahir battle? So they won't be like another version of Korra versus Zahir at the end, but I do think there will be another physical fight before that happens. There's 5 episodes left right now, including episode 9, so there's still going to be a lot of punching. I feel like the last time Korra faces Kuvira, it's not going to be like a punch you in your face type fight. We haven't seen Kuvira touch the Banyan Grove tree and, see through the root system like Toph taught Korra to. I think it's possible that Korra could allow Kuvira to do that or help her do that, and that will cause Kuvira to settle down. And when I say settle down, I mean tell her army to go home and chill out. Question number 9, Mako asks, "Hey Charlie, do you think that they would actually kill off Korra in the finale in terms of resetting the Avatar cycle?" I did see a rumor about this, that there was a jump in time and Mako had a beard and he found the next Avatar. It was way down the road. It could happen. I think if Korra did die, then Mako probably would seek out the next Avatar. The only things we know for sure are that Bright said that the Avatar cycle would be continuing, meaning that there would be an Avatar after Korra, and so on and so on. They implied that we'd see Vaatu in another 10,000 years, so there's going to be X amount of Avatars between now and then. I'll let you guys do the math on that. All I'm really expecting from the finale is that they'll wrap up all the existing plot lines, answer a few questions, and give us a good enough idea about what's going to be happening to Team Avatar and everyone else afterwards in an ambiguous enough way that it's open to interpretation. There will be lots of crying no matter what, that's just a given, but I don't think it's going to be the downer 70s ending that Mockingjay was, the big WTF PETA moment. Question number 10, Purple Conscience asks, "Do you think that Kuvira has some kind of hidden ability, like Amon had bending, were you talking about blood bending, Unavatu had the dark avatar, energy beams, and Zahir had his flying levitation abilities?" No, I don't think the Kuvira has any special bending abilities. I think her power is in her fandom. She has a fandom that is supporting her. It's not a cult per se, but she's like a lot of famous fascist leaders like Mussolini, Hitler. She's either brainwashed people or drummed them into service. So really it's her popularity that's her special power. The only options that Korra has are to either take away that popularity somehow, or find a way to make Kuvira change her mind about what she's doing. Thank you so much everyone for submitting questions. These are always a ton of fun to do. And remember, episode 9 is gonna post on Friday next week, just like normal. If you're watching on TV, that's also the day that they're gonna start airing book 4 on Nicktoons, but they're starting with episodes 1 and 2, so you will be able to watch it on TV. Congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Christopher Musgrove. You win the Amazon gift card. Just message me on my channel for details. I'll be posting my Constantine video next before Walking Dead on Sunday night. I also might be streaming some Dragon Age later tonight for anyone that's still up. I've been wanting to play, but I haven't downloaded it yet. And just a quick reminder, if you're watching on mobile or on your tablet, you can click up here for mobile links. It's the same as the links over here, but right now, click here for last week's episode and click here for episode 6. Thank you so much for watching, so let's all high five, and I will see you guys tonight.